Hey guys, I wanted to go through a couple of things where I've had lots of questions about housing, cost of living in Dubai, and just a couple of little tips and tricks for the market itself. So first of all, housing in Dubai, it's really a broad spectrum. So I really want to make it clear. It's hard to put an exact figure on how much the housing costs because you can have a shared apartment where you've got shared cooking spaces or shared bathroom spaces for anywhere between 2 or 3 thousand dirham per month, all the way up to villas where you're going to be paying 300,000 to 400,000 plus AED per year. So the spectrum's really big. It's just about how much you're willing to allocate, what situation you're comfortable with, whether you're wanting an apartment, a villa, or some land, some land in the backyard, or you're happy, comfortable sharing facilities. So pretty much any range of that spectrum you can find. You just then need to also work out how long is my commute to work going to be. So for example, if you're living out in Mirdif or Sharjah or the Marina, JLT, how long are you going to be spending your time in traffic commuting? Because traffic, unfortunately, is really significant. And as much as having multiple lane freeways is really nice, they're always congested. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got my little one with me here. So have a think about that and whether you're wanting to pay a little bit more to be downtown and happy to commuting to work with a short duration or on the metro, or if you are wanting to save some money and be living, further away, but happy to sit in traffic to be able to get to work. So that's that aspect. When you're looking at the abilities or your options to sign some contracts for your rent, it's really important to where possible, try and inspect the property before signing. Unfortunately, there's sometimes some dodgy maintenance issues, or maybe there might be some mold. Obviously, the ACs are on very frequently, if not daily or all the time. And so you really need to be inspecting the property if you can, as opposed to just relying on photos or phone calls, WhatsApps, etc., from your real estate agent. Another thing too is you need to be aware of the costs of your DIWA. So typically it's about 5% of the cost of your apartment. That can vary, but that's on average. And also make sure that you register your contract with the Ejari. So that's just like a legal practice or a legal obligation that you need to make sure that you've got between the tenants, yourself, having the house, and the real estate or the owner, the third party that you're going through to be able to come to the agreement. So yeah, make sure that the Ejari is registered. It's a legal document that needs to be done. Factor in the cost of your DIWA, which is your water, your electricity, Dubai Electricity Water Authority. And another thing that I would definitely recommend that you do is have a look at the metro line between your house and your work. If you're not going to be driving, make sure that you are familiar with where the metro lies in comparison to your work. For many months, or probably years, many years ago, they used to have to be able to pay your rent, debt checks. So you'd pay a post-dated check, whether that was quarterly or bi-yearly or yearly. And now, though, you can actually have something called the UAE DDS, UAE Direct Debit Service. And so you can register all of your rent, etc., and then it will directly come out of your bank account to pay your rent. And therefore, checks are no longer required, which is really nice because it was totally old school to be able to pay rent. So yeah, direct debit is one way that you can consider to make your rental payments. So taxis are great. There is an abundance of taxis absolutely everywhere. You're looking at a starting fixed price of around about 12 dirham, 14 dirham set or fixed on the taxi itself before you even jump in. So that's the initial fee, and then it just ticks over per kilometer that you're driving. So yeah, it's pretty cheap, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's an abundance of them. They're running 24/7, very easy to get. Another thing too is Ubers. They're also great, very accessible, very easy. Yeah, highly recommend Ubers. Okay, we've got Yara with us, so hopefully she holds out for the rest of the video. Just wanted to go through another question that I had was around the school fees. So not every contract includes school fees. It's not mandatory to be including that, but majority do. If you've got child costs, the school fees that need to be covered, and so typically school fees range around about, and again, this is very dependent on the school education that you want to be going for, but you're looking at around about 25,000 dirham, 27,000 dirham upwards per year, and that's in dirham. So 27,000 AED per year per child. Again, don't fixate exactly on that number. You need to do your homework, because at the end of the day, schools have different costs, and but it's on average, okay? So please factor that in. And again, obviously, commute times from home to school. All right, I might have to leave it at here, but one final thing is your gym memberships. So that's something that everyone wants. There's loads of gyms in Dubai. There's just a plethora of gyms, which is awesome. Really top-notch fitness centers, which is fantastic. You're looking at probably at a starting point of around about 300 dirham, 320 dirham per month as a minimum for your membership fees. Obviously, again, I'm just speaking on average. You can probably get a little bit cheaper than that, and of course a lot higher than that. But yeah, that's always nice to consider as well. All right, I might leave it there. I better put my mum hat back on. But if you've got any other questions, or if there's any other areas of support that you would like for the Dubai market, please let me know, and I'll be happy and love to help you.